Hi, it's Blizzard Productions, and baseball season is starting this week. Let's go, Giants. I am pumped. MLB season will start on Thursday, April 1st, and I'm just super pumped right now because I've been waiting. It feels like forever, and their last season, 2020 season, was short, so this season should be the same, allowing some fans in stands, so I'm pumped. So San Francisco Giants, my favorite team, will be taking on the Seattle Mariners at 7:10, and I'm just pumped. I know I'll be watching it. I don't know what your guys' favorite team are, but Thursday, April 1st, opening day for MLB. So I thought that it would be cool if I put out this video this week, meaning that MLB starting this week with their season. So I'll be in this video predicting when every MLB team will win their next World Series. Ready? Let's get to it. The New York Yankees, 2029. The New York Yankees are an extremely successful organization who brought in notable players in baseball such as Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Yogi Berra, and Derek Jeter. But the Yankees seem to have been cooling down, meaning that they have not won the World Series since 2009, when they beat the Phillies 4-2. I do not see them recovering and being back to winning a ton till 2029. The New York Mets, 2025. The New York Mets picked up shortstop Francisco Lindor from the Cleveland Indians for a one-year, $22.3 million contract. And if they re-sign him after this season is over, then I believe that he can help the Mets to their first World Series win since 1986. The Los Angeles Dodgers, 2021. This team is my biggest enemy because I am a huge Giants fan, but that does not stop me from speaking the truth. They are a very complete team, and their outfielder, Mookie Betts, is a great outfielder and a great hitter. The Dodgers signed him for a 12-year, $365 million contract extension, and I see a winning future ahead of the Dodgers for as long as Mookie Betts is with them. The Boston Red Sox, after 2030. The Boston Red Sox finished their season with a record of 24-36, and they finished their season in last place. They are in a very hard division with the Yankees, Rays, Blue Jays, and Orioles. I just do not think that their team is good enough right now to beat their division or make it into wild card. The Toronto Blue Jays, before 2030. The Toronto Blue Jays just signed outfielder George Springer from the Houston Astros for a 6-year, $150 million contract, and I believe that he can help the Blue Jays win the World Series in the near future. Wouldn't that be cool to add the World Series in Canada? The Chicago Cubs, 2035. The Chicago Cubs had a long streak of not being able to win the World Series. And I am sorry, Cubs fans, but I have to say it. They were close to going to the World Series in 2003, but a fan interfered named Steve Bartman, and he was a big reason why the Cubs did not go to the 2003 World Series. But all that changed when they won the World Series in 2016. But I do not see the Cubs winning anytime soon, and their star player, Chris Bryant, might be traded, and that would not help the Cubs. The Atlanta Braves, 2022. The Atlanta Braves have very good players such as Freddie Freeman and Ronald Acuna Jr., and the Braves cannot be underachievers for that long with those good of players. They were one win away from going to World Series, but they blew a 3-1 lead to the Los Angeles Dodgers and lost their last game 3-1. I think the Braves are going to win sooner than later and give their fans something to cheer about. The St. Louis Cardinals, after 2030. The St. Louis Cardinals have a very nice stadium called Busch Stadium, but the fans have nothing to really cheer about for at the stadium. The Cardinals finished last season with a record of 30-28, and I do not see a World Series win anytime soon. The Los Angeles Angels, 2045. The Los Angeles Angels have a very good outfielder named Mike Trout, and he is a very good hitter as well. But the Angels have only won one World Series, which was in 2002 against the San Francisco Giants. They last went to the playoffs in 2014 and lost in the AL Division Series to the Kansas City Royals. I just do not see Mike Trout being enough for the Angels to make it to the World Series and win. The Philadelphia Phillies, 2028. The Philadelphia Phillies have a very powerful hitter named Bryce Harper, who is only 28. I believe that if Bryce Harper stays with the Phillies, he will be eventually able to win the World Series with the Phillies in 2028. That is assuming that the Phillies will have a couple other powerful hitters. The Chicago White Sox, after 2030. The Chicago White Sox went to playoffs last year and lost to the Oakland A's. They do not have that notable of players right now, and I do not see any World Series wins in the future. Sorry, White Sox fans. The San Diego Padres, 2023. The San Diego Padres made big changes in the offseason and have very powerful hitters such as Fernando Tatis Jr. and Trent Grisham. The Padres are in a very hard division with the Dodgers, Giants, Diamondbacks, and Rockies, but last year they finished second in their division with a record of 37-23, and I see a World Series win in the near future. The Houston Astros, 2040. The Houston Astros have one World Series win, which was against the Los Angeles Dodgers in 2017, and they cheated by having someone bang on something every time the catcher signaled something, so the batter would know what pitch was coming. Once the sign-stealing cheating scandal was confirmed, the Astros fired head coach A.J. Hinch, who was involved in the scandal, and hired Dusty Baker. Even though the Astros fired their head coach, who was involved on the scandal, they still have players who were involved on the scandal. I cannot see a team that needed to cheat to win the World Series winning anytime soon. The San Francisco Giants, after 2030. I have always been a Giants fan and have gone to many of their games, which is why it is hard for me to say I'll need to wait another 10 or more years before I can see the Giants win a World Series again. They have good hitters such as Mike Yastrzemski and Alex Dickerson, and they have longtime Giants players such as the two Brandons, Brandon Belt and Brandon Crawford, and they have my favorite player, Buster Posey. Their head coach, Bruce Bochy, retired after the 2019 season, and their new coach is Gabe Kapler. I am not a big fan of Gabe Kapler, but who knows, maybe he'll be able to do something good for the Giants this upcoming season. The Detroit Tigers, 2060. The Detroit Tigers have not won a World Series since 1984, and I do not see them winning anytime soon. They do not have any notable players right now, and I do not see them having any notable players anytime soon. If they can find any good, powerful hitters and good fielders, they might get a World Series win sooner than 2060, but I do not think so. Sorry, Tigers fans. The Cleveland Indians, after 2060. The Cleveland Indians have not been that successful of an organization, and they do not seem to be a good one anytime soon. The Indians traded one of their best players in the 2020 season, shortstop Francisco Lindor, to the New York Mets. They are looking to change their name to their old 1800s name, the Cleveland Spiders, and I think that is a horrible name. But if the Indians can start to be a more successful organization, then who cares about their name? But don't get me wrong, the Cleveland Spiders is a horrible name. The Minnesota Twins, 2030. The Minnesota Twins had the fifth best bullpen in the 2020 season, and I believe that they will have a strong bullpen again. If the Twins keep maintaining their bullpen and find some strong hitters, I believe that they will win the World Series in 2030. The Pittsburgh Pirates, after 2030. The Pittsburgh Pirates have not won the World Series since 1979. Their team is just not that good. They finished last season with a record of 19-41, which was the worst record in the MLB last year. If the Pirates do not make any changes soon, it looks like they will not win until after 2030. The Milwaukee Brewers, 2026. The Milwaukee Brewers bullpen was very good last season, but they were defeated by the Dodgers in the playoffs last season 2-0. If they can keep their bullpen strong and add some strong hitters, then I believe that they can win the World Series in 2026. The Cincinnati Reds, after 2030. The Cincinnati Reds went into playoffs last season and lost to the Atlanta Braves 2-0. The Reds have not won a World Series since 1990, and I cannot see the Reds winning till 2030 or later, but who knows, they could win sooner than that. The Texas Rangers, after 2030. The Texas Rangers have made 8 playoff appearances but still have not won a World Series in franchise history. And their franchise was established in 1972, so that's been a while that they haven't been able to win a World Series. The 2020 World Series was held at their new stadium, Globe Life Field, due to the coronavirus. Too bad their fans have nothing to cheer for in the near future. The Seattle Mariners, after 2030. The Seattle Mariners did not have that good of team stats last year, finishing 23rd for hits per game, having an average of 7.25 hits per game, and finished 26th for pitching with an average of 4.83 points allowed per game. The Mariners need to upgrade their pitching and hitting if they want to win a World Series soon. But even if they do make significant changes to their pitching and hitting, I still do not see them winning till after 2030. The Washington Nationals, 2027. The Washington Nationals tied for last in their division with a record of 26-34, but they do have some good hitters. They won their first World Series in the 2019 season against the Houston Astros, and I see them winning the World Series in 2027. The Baltimore Orioles, after 2030. The Baltimore Orioles are not that successful of an organization, and they compete in the same division as the Blue Jays, Rays, Yankees, and Red Sox, so that will be hard for them to beat their division or make it into a wild card spot. I'm sorry, Orioles fans, but it seems like the Orioles will not win the World Series till after 2030. The Tampa Bay Rays. Before 2030, the Tampa Bay Rays went to the World Series last season against the Dodgers and lost 4-2. Their manager, Kevin Cash, made a dumb decision in Game 6 of the World Series and took out the pitcher, Blake Snell, in the 6th inning after only allowing 2 hits in the whole game. But bad calls and decisions happen, and obviously that one cost the Rays. But I feel like Kevin Cash will be able to deliver the Rays a World Series win soon. The Kansas City Royals, 2031. The Kansas City Royals won the World Series in 2015 against the New York Mets, and last season the Royals finished with the record of 26-34. Their head coach, Mike Matheny, I think will help the Royals win the World Series in 2031 if he upgrades their roster more. The Oakland A's, 2024. The Oakland A's have been known to do very good in the regular season, but fall apart in the playoffs. They were not able to advance the next round of the playoffs since 2006, but that changed last season when they advanced to the divisional series. They are not that rich of an organization and play in one of the worst MLB stadiums, called the Oakland Coliseum or Marine Central Coliseum. They have said that they are having a new stadium that is supposed to open in 2023 that will have a gondola that will take people from the parking lot to the stadium. But with the virus, I think that will open later. But either way, I believe that the Oakland A's will win the World Series in 2024. Miami Marlins after 2030. Last season, the Miami Marlins placed 19th for hits per game with an average of 7.74 hits per game. They also finished 20th for runs allowed per game with an average of 4.46 runs allowed per game. Unless the Marlins can get better pitchers and hitters, I do not see a World Series win for the Marlins till after 2030. The Arizona Diamondbacks, 2038. At the end of the 2019 season, the Arizona Diamondbacks signed Giants pitcher Madison Bumgarner, and he did not do that good for the Diamondbacks. But this year, during spring training, he pitched 2 innings and struck out 6 people. So he may do better this year. But still, I feel like Bumgarner will not be able to carry the Diamondbacks to a World Series win. They compete in one of the hardest divisions, the NL West, with the Giants, Padres, Dodgers, and Rockies. I do not think that the Diamondbacks will be a good enough team to beat their division or make it into wild card for a while. So that will stop the Diamondbacks from going to a World Series and winning. Colorado Rockies, 2033. The Colorado Rockies have a very good player named Charlie Blackmon, who batted 221 times and had a batting average of 303 last season. The Rockies play at Coors Field, which has thinner air than all other MLB stadiums because it's at an elevation of 5,200 feet, so it makes the baseballs go further, which means more home runs. Even though that can help the Rockies because it is their home field, it can also affect them because if other teams have better hitters, then that means that they can hit the ball further. So, with all that being said, I do not see the Rockies winning the World Series till 2033. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please remember to like and subscribe. Also, put in the comments if I got, in the future, any of these right or wrong. Just tell me. I think it'll be fun for me to just see if I got any of these right or wrong. Also, I'll know because I'll look at this video every year and see if I got the prediction right. But anyways, please remember to like and subscribe. April 1st, Thursday, is when opening day for MLB is. Good luck for your team, whichever team you like. And until next time.